Good day, my good friend. It's time again. That's right. It's time again to analyze, to review yet another performance by Erika Kirk. Her latest that everyone seems to be talking about at levels and at ranges and with a volume that just doesn't seem to go away, which begs the question, why is she doing this? But I want to give you a little background and then we're going to play this. It's not a very long piece, but it's what everybody seems to be talking about. And the idea is very simple. Every time Erika Kirk cries, it backfires. Why does she keep doing it? Very simple question. Now, in this incredibly chaotic world, after Charlie Kirk was removed from us in 2025, his wife, Erika, has been doing something which is beyond description, beyond explanation, beyond explication. She took over as head of Turning Point USA. And as you know, there's a debate now. Is that really what Charlie wanted? Is this directive that he allegedly made in a video, is it AI? That's a different issue. But every moment of discussion regarding TPUSA and Charlie is always about Erika. Always. That's why she has to step down if she cares about herself, her sanity, her family, and the future of TPUSA. In my humble opinion, just me, it's over. It's done. Nobody even talks about the message between the subsidiaries and these little moonbats who are enjoying their moment in the sun. It's done. This is too late. This may, in fact, be moot. But people initially hoped she would keep things steady for the group and honor her husband's work. I remember most people, myself included, I never thought anything at first. I never felt any type of enmity or dislike towards her at first. Didn't know anything about her until, for me, the moment was lying on top, I guess, or covering her husband's corpse while she's mic'd so you can hear every "I love you." It was, still can't believe it. Followed by 6 days later, that TPUSA pep talk at, "Hey guys," that moment. But now, a lot of individuals online are talking about her latest interview with Pastor James Kaddis on the Bible 365 show. And as you can imagine, the reactions are strong. A lot of them are not really good, and a lot of them very, very negative. And people are saying, of course, yet again, that her crying and the way that she acts while she cries seems performative, seems theatrical. It doesn't feel real. It keeps backfiring. If you were to do a focus group about the packaging of a new product, and 90% of the people in the focus group said, "I hate the packaging," you're not going to argue with them. You're going to say, "We got to change the packaging." And whenever she speaks, for whatever reason, maybe it's just saturation, maybe it's just Erika fatigue, people do not believe her. Oh, there are some, I understand this. There's the Dana Loeschlesch who, well, we know all about that. We got that one. We also have Alex and Vance. I'm a fiddle player, but I digress. Why does this keep backfiring on her? Why does she keep doing it? So let me tell you the story in simple words. Erika sits right now, sits in these interviews, and we're going to show this very, very quickly. And she talks about hard things like loss in family, sickness, and the like. But her face sometimes and her voice often stay flat. They don't combine, they don't comport, they don't seem consistent with the particular message that she's trying to produce. She doesn't show the usual sadness, the reaction, the affect that you would expect. And in this talk with Pastor Kaddis, when at one point they brought up her mom, Lori Frantzve, being sick, the pastor was sort of choked up. His voice broke because he cared so much about the family. Erika, many people saw her just sitting there almost with no expression. It's as though she hadn't learned those lines about going into the Erika lacrimation, the tears regarding mother. Remember, she's very, very, the mother who was And of course, we don't want anybody to be ill or sick, but when she was not looking the best, this is a woman who I think most of the time one would expect was very proud of her appearance and didn't like anybody seeing her when she was worse for wear. Erika would show pictures of her basically, holding, caressing, embracing her sick mother, and I thought this is virtue signaling at its worst. Again, completely consistent with Erika. But during this moment, we're not going to see in this particular clip, but everybody was noticing she gave this kind of a small, rather, what people call as fake, not sincere smile, but nothing else. No tears from her real heart, it seemed. And people watching, by the way, said it looked cold, it looked weird, it looked strange. It looked not commensurate, not consistent with what normal human behavior is. That's the bottom line. We all know what human beings are. I will say she upped her crying game in this one because at least she's having a little bit of sniffles. Because as you know, when you are crying, when you're into this, through the lacrimation and tear ducts and mucosal connections, you normally have to blow your nose. Sometimes people cry, especially they have to blow their nose. Nose blowing seems to be the least of the problems. And we also talked about how tear sticks are used in acting. Yes, we went through the mechanics of how you do this. In any event, every time she tries to cry on camera or in public, it feels off. It doesn't feel sincere. They might call them alligator tears, fake, whatever it is. She dabs at her eyes, but they sometimes stay dry. We don't know. In fact, she inspires such evaluation, such analysis, that anytime she does any type of crying, people watch and slow it down. It's like a Zapruder film. Her voice doesn't shake the way a truly sad person's does, people suggest, and this happens again and again and again with frequency, that to many people indicate insincerity and performance, kind of a choreographed, kabuki-like response. Now, after the shooting at that dinner event, she was seen crying and saying she just wanted to go home. Remember this was during the White House. This was during the White House Correspondents' Dinner. But even then, some said it looked like a show, always done within proximity to a camera. The internet goes off every single time. Comments flood in saying, why does she keep doing this? If it makes people doubt her more, and that's my question. Why doesn't TPUSA say, listen, we're hanging on by a thread for whatever it's worth, like it or not. Every time you cry, it's a disaster. You never talk about TPUSA. You never talk about what we're doing. Now, also, people are talking about her clothing and how she comes across. In many videos, Erika wears nice outfits that look put together and sometimes, flashy, a little bit flashier for a new widow running a big group. Even listen, I'm not going to do this, but some people are saying, the hats, the logos, the rings. You're not going to trademark CK, I hope. Who knows? Now, what we need to do is we need to look at this. Very, very important, okay? And all I want you to do is I want to go through this. I don't want to read into it, but I'm going to ask you, okay? I want to ask you very, very simply about this. And I want you to look at what we're doing right now. Look at this particular piece. And I will ask you some questions. It's not very long. It's not very long at all. It's not very, very, very involved. And let's not jump to a conclusion. Let's ask why. Just why? What does this mean? Okay. Now here we go.
And I have been married for 10 years.
She's reading, a letter from somebody who apparently writes in, and she's reading this. And as you know, the tears start to commence very, very soon.
My husband is a hardworking farmer who has gone a lot. A year ago, I was questioning my marriage and felt like I was losing myself in the chaotic life of work and motherhood.
Now you wonder, again, I don't want to do this. Why this letter? See, maybe I'm asking too many questions. Maybe, why are you reading about a woman who is questioning her marriage? Is this random, or were you questioning your marriage, or was Charlie questioning your marriage? I don't know. See, that's the thing. It's like when you deal with so-called conspiracy theories, you think, did they know this? Did they do it on purpose? Did they know that we would ask, how could they be that stupid? We don't know. Okay, listen to this.
Since finding a church, I recently got baptized. My kids attend Sunday school, and we talk about Jesus in our home daily.
Good. So far, so good. Listen when what triggers the crying or the tears. Listen carefully.
Instead of nagging my husband.
Okay. Instead of nagging my husband. This is the woman writing the letter. Watch what happens next.
I embrace his hard work.
That's what triggered it. Instead of nagging my husband, I embrace his hard work. What does that mean? This could all be, it could mean nothing. It could be something triggered it before and she's been holding back the tears. Or does she recognize herself as you got to be careful when you words like nagger, but the one who is nagging, mispronunciations, be careful. But you know what I'm saying. Why has this triggered her?
Yeah.
And by the way, this man has the emotional range of an onion ring. Now, again, to be clear, why is she crying? Why does she keep doing this? She obviously is unable emotionally to get through sentences or discussion without crying. Is it real? Is it ever ready? Is it Memorex? You determine that. But why? Some people would say, this isn't for you. You're making people feel bad. We want you to go out and say, good news, TPUSA, good news, Charlie Acolytes. We're opening up different chapters. Everything's terrific. It's the same thing. Now look at Mr. Excitement here.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Okay. Now, again, this sounds horrible what I'm saying. All right. But I do believe from some of the other crying exhibitions, this one seems actually the most authentic. I'm hearing, I hate to break down the mechanics of it, the sniffling, the mucosal, just the way crying is. Crying, laughing, belching, we do these things and we know telltale signs of legitimate reaction.
You want to finish reading it, sweetheart?
Now, do you want me to finish reading this, sweetheart? This is good. Oh, sweetheart. Anyway, she's thinking, you finish it. Hell no. She doesn't even answer him. She goes right back into reading it.
Let me finish reading it.
I love him like a wife should when he
She basically said, what are you, nuts? You're going to read it? No, it's about me. I'm reading this.
comes home. Instead of losing myself to motherhood, I've completely embraced every second of it.
Now, this is not her fault. This is the woman who was reading this. Tell me what this means.
Instead of losing myself to motherhood,
Instead of losing myself to motherhood, which I think is good, I would think.
completely embraced every second of it.
I've completely embraced every second of it. Again, those are the words of the individual writing this.
Never wanting my precious babies to grow up. It seems like the more I pour myself.
Yeah, never wanting to. Okay, yeah. She goes, most parents don't want their babies to grow up. Okay, fine.
And in my daily readings, church and family, the devil shows his face more than I have ever witnessed.
The devil shows his face. All right, this is the woman now. This isn't Erika. To be fair, this is what this woman is writing.
Why does it seem like the closer you get to God, the harder the devil works on you?
Who is the devil? Who is the devil? Who is the devil? Now, I'm, and I annoy myself. I'm always explaining what I'm saying. But I feel like we've got to be very clear because clarity is something that is often lost in this. We are not Erika didn't write this, but she selected it. She thought it was important. She thought, and I'm not suggesting she didn't write this or that it was staged. Nay. But what she's making a statement of is, I'm connecting with this because every time I try to do good, every time I try to advance, every time I try to embrace my faith, the devil, Candace, the usual suspects, everyone comes after me. That's the connection. Again, look at Mr. Excitement here.
Yeah. Look, for those of you that can't see, and I have the blessing and the benefit of knowing Erika and Charlie so well that I know exactly why Erika's in tears.
Why? Maybe tell us why.
You know,
Man.
Okay. Now, bottom line. Question you should be asking. Are we getting too much involved in a kind of a let's hate Erika thing? Are we? Ask that question. Are we being fair? Ask that question. Go ahead. Ask the bigger question. Why is she still in the capacity? Why is she still doing this? Why is she still doing this? Why is she every time? Again, you're convincing us that you're going through hell. You're abused. You're being treated meanly. Absolutely, positively. We believe you. We believe you 100%. Why are you still in this capacity? Go home, be with your kids. This is what people are saying. Nobody will blame you. Nobody will blame you. It's like September the 10th of last year when Charlie was taken from us. Like October the 7th with Israel, or September the 11th in 2021 with us. These moments, these pivotal moments. Remember, on October the 7th, the world was 100% behind Israel, 100%. And then look where it is now. Things intervene. September the 10th, 2001, September the 11th, the world was with us. Tehran had a candlelight vigil. Everybody, now look at this. It's like, how do you take something? George Herbert Walker Bush had a 90%, whatever it was, approval rating, and he ran it into the ground. Nobody knew anything about this woman. People said at first, this is horrible. It was horrible. The way we saw the picture of Jackie Kennedy, the way we saw Yoko Ono, the way we saw Coretta Scott King, the way even Courtney Love, for God's sake. We normally have a penchant, an inclination, a tendency to feel incredible feelings of loss, especially to a young mother with children. Everybody had it. Immediately, this is 9 months ago, immediately, Erika says, all right, get out of the way. It's my time. And two events, I'm telling you, as far as I'm concerned, changed everything. The corpse funeral home scene, which was the most horrid, despicable moment ever. Using his dead hands as a prop. And not even using this to show, I'm going to show strength as I move forward and promote what Charlie believed in, the benefits of TPUSA. Remember what the original, this is important, the original message, the mission statement was to explain the virtues of limited government. Again, almost like a Mises, Hayek, Milton Friedman, Keynesian, like an economic libertarian, Montpellerin group. That was it. I don't even think they mentioned anything about religion. And from the time she has done this, you never hear about the message of the movement, the message of Charlie's legacy. That 6-day horror show, the famous, hey guys, that moment. She was talking about merch sales. It was like Glengarry Glen Ross, coffees for closers. So we knew it. So let me just say something right now, and I can't speak for you, but I will speak for a lot of us. Don't look at me. I'm not some heartless bastard who just makes fun of people. I don't pull wings off of, butterflies. I don't get into that. But this woman has been 100% absolutely synthetic, a phony, fugazi, counterfeit. Not even real. Her messaging doesn't matter. She didn't know what she wanted to be. And the question that I leave you with today is, every time Erika cries, it backfires. Why does she keep doing it? Why must she emphasize and perseverate and reiterate and asseverate the fact that she has suffered and people are being mean to her? It's incredible. Now, what do you think? Make the case. Be a lawyer. Take a side. I'm assigning you, develop an argument that says Erika has been a good leader, a forthright leader. This behavior has actually endeared her to people, that people love her. This is what they want to hear. Or make the argument that no, this has been extremely performative, extremely choreographed, extremely unreal, kabuki-like. It doesn't make any sense. She's hurt the cause. And for all practical purposes, nobody's even talking about Charlie at all. All we're talking about is that really Charlie? Are they using his voice, AI? They're manipulating him. They're exploiting him in his memory post-mortem. A posthumous, it's almost like I don't want to use the R word, but it's like of his memory, a posthumous post-mortem appropriation of an image of his good work. And the people, by the way, Kaddis never started off, never had no indication. Nobody knew who the hell this woman was. Nobody knew. Yeah, she was a wife. Okay, fine. Nobody went into this with some kind of a hatred base. Nobody. And then we couldn't believe what we were saying, because people love Charlie, and we want to see his real killer and the killers and the real conspirators brought to justice. And she never brings it up at all. Never so much as even mentions it. Nothing. So my question is, answer me. Answer me, damn it. Why does she keep doing it? Why is it? Now we know what Commander Onion right here does. He wants to do anything for his show. People, I've never heard of who he was. And that's great. I understand it's groovy. Nothing wrong with that. But why is she doing this? I have no idea. And would somebody please tell her, quit looking like you're wearing a uniform. Don't look jazzy and classy. Remember the sniper photo where she did that? She doesn't understand. Somebody's got to say, listen, you've got to be careful. We all have tells. We all have certain things that we do. Sometimes people have behaviors and gestures that we're not even aware of, but we have to, we are told, listen, just don't do that staring thing. That whole Barry Weiss, stop it. I don't know how these people, Dana Lesh, that whole thing, that whole crazy Dana Lesh. Well, Kaddis and I, all of us, were saying, are we watching this? Is it what? Don't they know what they're doing? Don't they understand this? I'm still trying to get off of Vance the Fiddler, which is a whole other story, which I'll never be able to unsee that one. That was just, in any event. What do you think, my friend? Please like the video. Please subscribe to our noble channel. And I've got some questions for you. Pick the questions. I've got a series of them, very, very carefully and artfully crafted. Which ones do you believe are true? Comment. Your comment sections are fantastic. They are the best. Sometimes they're the best part of the video. So, my friends, thank you for watching, and comment as you see fit.